us for this most important evening. All right, everyone, give it up for Brian Girton, representing the Ninth Wonder with Restory Studios.
In my entire life, I've never felt beautiful until this moment. Those are words from one of my 57-year-old clients who came in for a photo shoot. My name is Brian Girton. I'm a licensed counselor. I'm also a published photographer. Because of statements, kind of like the one I just mentioned, I've worked with numerous clients and realized how broken we are as a people to believe what the media tells us we have to look like, or how we have to be, or what we have to do. So I started this company, Restory Studios, to help blend my counseling and my photography together to help find some healing through photography. As a counselor, I'm trained to take your reality and your beliefs and challenge them together so I can help you realize what's real and what's not. As a photographer, I've created photos that make you laugh, make you cry, and evoke deep emotion inside of you. What I want to do is actually bring veterans in and help hear their story. A lot of veterans, the biggest challenge they have with PTSD is not being able to tell their story because they don't know you. You've never been, you may have not been in the military. They can't talk to you about it necessarily. So I want to bring them in, actually help them make a narrative for their story. Take some photos of them to help sort of guide the medium to show people who they are, what they've been through, and they can actually talk about their story and read their words over and over and over. So eventually those powerful words that they have that they're afraid to talk about have no power over them. I want to bring girls in, or anybody who's actually had major surgeries, amputations, anything with major scars. So many of them are left feeling broken. They're left feeling not good enough, not worthy enough of love, and just ugly, which is not the truth. But so many of them just believe that. You'd be heartbroken over the stories I've heard of people who just can't be around other people, can't show them their scars because they're so embarrassed by it. So many women come in and they believe that they're not good enough. That woman I talked about earlier, she was 57 years old, has had photo shoots before, but during one of our photo shoots we were talking and I was able to really build into her throughout the whole process and help her believe that what she thinks about herself as not being attractive was totally wrong. And she left there feeling more confident, more beautiful, and she since then told me about a lot of things that happened in her life that have been major impacts on her whole family. Well, really what you guys would do tonight is follow me on Instagram, get the word out, spread it for people. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, on Restory Studios right here. We are a nonprofit. We're trying to help do this so you don't have to charge a lot of money to our clients coming in because not everyone can afford this. Photo shoots can cost thousands of dollars and not everyone can afford hundreds of dollars. So thank you very much. Now we remember at Restory Studios, it's the same you, just a different story.
Good job, Brian. One thing that really stuck out to me is your healing through photography. And as a marketer, that is a very niche market that I think you can really attack and really own that space. Because I was reading an article recently about Snapchat and the effect that Snapchat has had on our popular culture is boosting self-esteem for a lot of people. And we actually had a guest speaker at my job today who just said that the number one form of art today is the selfie, right? And that means a lot in that people are finding ways to really find themselves, to improve their self-esteem, their identity through really photography. So I think it's a very niche market for you. So my question is storytelling. How are you telling these stories or packaging these stories into a way that's really, one, profitable for your business, but also attracting new business for your business to grow?
Thank you. We're actually working on a documentary right now that's starting this up for our first year, showing what we're going to be doing, how we're impacting our people that are coming in. And for our actual clients, like for our veterans, we're actually going to bring them in and actually use a counselor and a creative writer, someone with a journalistic background, to actually hear their story and really help them create a narrative where they can actually speak about it. We're going to create books for them and for us so we can show those more often and create galleries as well. I have examples as well that if you would like to see some. Right behind you here.
Your presentation was great and so much information. As soon as I had a question, you answered it. Does everyone have to come to you, or do you have the capacity to be mobile and go to people at all?
We're going to be as flexible as possible to help as many people as possible. One of the things that we talked about was narrowing the scope a little bit, but we have 3 lines that we're kind of focusing on. But one of the things we want to do is help people in hospice. You know, as your families members are dying, they can't get out of their homes. They can't get out of certain spaces. We would love to go to them to give them a lasting book for their family to use, to actually see their photos and remember them in the best light possible.
You mentioned you were a counselor, and it appears that documenting these stories has some kind of therapy benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you able to have people pay with their insurance?
That's something we're looking into. Initially, I wasn't going to focus on that, but depending on the level of funding we get in, I have multiple scenarios of what we're going to try to start with. I would love for it to be free for everybody. Insurance would be awesome. If I can get counselors to come in, I would love to actually have onboard counselors where we can actually do that with therapy. And I'm talking to some therapists right now who think that it's possible for us to do some like support groups and different things like that within what we're doing to actually use insurance. We also take donations as well.
Have you looked into crowdfunding to build your business?
Yeah, we've me and my mentor have identified a few different places to start. We're going to start actually before crowdfunding. We're going to start with a few investors that we think could be potential big angel investors to start with, and depending on how some of the things go, we're going to go in that direction through crowdfunding.